Good evening. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPrath. My name's Kenan, his son and the producer of the show. Tonight's title, Receding Gums. There's some really interesting things to say about that. Particularly, but before we go there, quick piece of housekeeping. For anyone who might be out there joining us for the very first time, be sure to say something so I know you're here. Even if it's not your first time, still say something. Otherwise, I won't know you're here. So once you say something, I'll put you in line for a reading, and then we'll get to everybody in order. After the first time, it's $10 per reading, or you can pay $100 and cover the entire month, which is 3 shows per week. I feel like that's a pretty sweet deal. Saves you a bit of money that way. So you can pay right now through Venmo, and PayPal is the easiest way to do it. Venmo, the last 4 numbers of the phone number that you'll need, it's 5755. So that's directly paid to Christopher LaPrath. There's no business or anything like that. So now, readings are a great way to invest in yourself, your healing, and your future. Thank you all so very much for being here, and enjoy the show. Here's Christopher.
Hey, great evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Great blessings to you. And when I light this incense, I'm going to be lighting the blessing of self-assurance and growth. And to give you the confidence to trust your gut, to trust your intuition. That's what this incense is for tonight. Great blessings to all of you. And sometimes we can't figure things out. So I always love hearing from you after a show. I wanted to share a quick experience from Lana up in northern Idaho. Lana is my cousin, and she called me today. She goes, "What were you doing at 5 o'clock this morning?" I started laughing. It was like, "Why, Lana?" She goes, "Well, that's 4 o'clock a.m. my time." She said, "I woke up to the sound of music. And I thought it was my phone. I thought my alarm had gone off." Checked her phone. Was not the phone. Gets up, turned the lights on, and she follows the music to her dresser. And she looks in one of the bottom drawers, and there's a music box that had been given to her by her husband, who'd passed. And this music box was playing. Now she goes, "Here's the weird thing, Chris, is in order for the music box to play, it has to have a drawer in there to trigger the mechanism. And I'd taken out the drawer years ago and put it in the safe because it had my jewels in it. And here was the music playing. And she's like, I was like, "Harley, you know I like to sleep. Like, why are you waking me up?" So she goes back to bed, but she shuts her alarm off. At 7 o'clock, the alarm goes off. And now she's really ticked because she had shut the alarm off. And it showed off, but it was still going. So she shut the phone off. She went back to bed. She goes, "I was late for work, but I slept until 8 o'clock. And the funny thing is, I said, "Lana," I said, "definitely he wants you to know that he's around. And second of all, how do you know that going to work when you had planned to go to work, something could have happened, and that he was preventing that, and that he wanted you to know that he's around to protect and help you?" Anyway, so I wanted to get into this a little bit because I have a client who I talked to today that had been to the dentist. And it's really odd. Are Marilyn and Abby here tonight?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. So the show Monday night was, I didn't know that Marilyn's dad was a dentist. And if you were here on Monday night, he was basically apologizing to Marilyn and saying that he didn't really have the tools available to him or the understanding in raising her and some of the things he said or the way that he acted, he used it like a dentist only having a pair of pliers. And so then Marilyn in the chat said, my dad was a dentist. So spirit comes through in some of the most odd ways. And one of those is through our teeth. And I wanted to share with you, and you can, Louise Hay has always been, I've been a big fan of Louise Hay, Hay. She's written a book where she correlates any dis-ease to a spiritual meaning. She kind of breaks it down to a spiritual meaning. And so I was talking to a client today who had one tooth that had a receding gum line. Well, I thought, well, this is really interesting because it kind of carries over the theme from Sunday night. But Louise Hay says that this is deep-seated grief, maybe over insufficient nurturing. And as to receding gums, it's frustration and anger at how life is going. So we're given this knowledge, and we can take care of things physically, and we should take care of things physically. But we also have to take care of the root cause. And if you look at anybody that you know that may be having teeth problems, teeth are really the basis of our confidence and our self-assurance. So the teeth are really the basis of that self-assurance and confidence. Let me finish this. Not only are the individual teeth in Chinese medicine, because I lived in China for a while, each tooth is connected to a specific organ in the body. So there was a French dentist that wrote a book and correlated quadrants of the mouth or the teeth to different areas of the body or to different emotional aspects, something like Louise Hay did. So he said that the quadrants of the mouth are clearly connected to specific emotional sensations. The lower right quadrant is about commitment issues. Upper right is finding a place in the world. Upper left is unfulfillment of desires. And then bottom left is emotional recognition in the family, or the lower left quadrant. So it's just really interesting how notice, and I know each one of you has begun to notice even the smallest of odd things or synchronicities and pay attention to them. That's the key. So the group card tonight really goes along with all of that. It's Shambhala initiations. We're being initiated into a higher spiritual order, into a higher spiritual way of being and viewing things. So Shambhala is said to exist in Tibet, Bhutan, the Himalayas. But it's even more so an etheric realm that is said where Buddhas live, where Shiva, the god Shiva in Hinduism lives, where the enlightened dwell. And we have access to that place. And so this card is about your Dharma, D-H-A-R-M-A, Dharma, which is the Sanskrit word that relates to your unfolding of your life path. Are you all willing to trust that your life path is unfolding as it should, and to be able to easily and comfortably let go of frustrations and use frustrations as a tool to get to the source of that frustration? That's what these readings are about. So here's a prayer. Just wanted to share this with you. Great masters and great elders of Shambhala, thank you for helping me remember my life path, my Dharma, so that I can have enlightened awareness of the worlds, not just world, but worlds. So this is a time to, Christmas time is usually a busy time for many people. What if Christmas time was a busy time, but instead taking your foot off the gas and looking internally, taking time for yourself to retreat and recharge. That's what this is about, to gather your energy, because you're jumping. You're making these spiritual jumps. And so, important right now, the next few days, to conserve that energy because you are jumping. Okay. We have Dawn on first, right?
Yes, Don.
Hey, Dawn. Welcome. Thank you for your donation. I really appreciate it. So if you're new to the show, what I do is I shuffle through the cards until one card falls out. Okay. Anywhere, Dawn, that you've had judgment on yourself or judgment on a situation, I give you energy now to clear all of that judgment, all of that situation, and the person that is creating that situation. Because they are creating that situation like a spider web to trap energy. And if we just fly another direction, we won't get caught in that spider web. This is anywhere, Don, where you've been raised as a child and viewed your parents, your family, who had a lot of judgment on themselves, and you thought that that's the way you should be with yourself. Willing to let go of that one? Okay, so I'm going to don my maid's outfit here, Dawn, and help you clean up some of this energy. Oh. And it's going to take more than just a feather duster. It's going to probably take a wet vac, an industrial wet vac. But it's absolutely doable. It is cleaning up all of this judgment that's been put upon you, or that you've thought you needed to take on because an adult or somebody in the know gave it to you. A wealthy person, someone in position, parent. And so this is absolutely, I don't care how you envision it or how you use your imagination, but it's clearing up all that judgment. And you know what? I'm going to give you all a really big industrial vac for all of you. Because, Don, thank you for being the first on the show, because this is kind of sets the theme of letting go of judgment that's been put upon you, or judgment you put upon yourself because you learned that you thought you had to put judgment on yourself. So this is the main theme here. There's something with vibration that's really important for you. It's so when you listen to trumpets or music that's played by trumpets, it's extremely uplifting. Like you can feel it in your heart. That's what I'm hearing, is just to uplift your heart. Listen to music, and it's mainly trumpets. There's something with trumpets here. It's a frequency that will help clear that vibration of judgment. Okay, who's next?
Awesome, it's Linda. Let's see.
Mindy?
Yeah, Linda.
Okay.
She says she woke up around 4 a.m. this morning and went back to sleep too.
Oh, you woke up at 4 o'clock and couldn't get back to sleep either? Interesting, Mindy.
And Dawn says that just snapped so much into clarity. Thank you.
Yeah, Dawn, it's the thing with this, the system that we live in, the things that you learn, you can unlearn. Okay. So Melinda, let the past die. Let it ride off into the sunset. Stop chasing after it. Be free of coulda, woulda, shoulda. This is a gentleman who he has it's like where he's had a mission and a purpose. He's been looking for himself, but in all the wrong places. And so he keeps going. He just keeps going. Be free of chasing after him. Because he's very unsettled. He doesn't have he appears to be a knight in shining armor, or someone who can really help, but he's really not, because he's not really all available there. I hope that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay. Nothing is ever wasted. It's called the Eight of Cups. This is turning your back energetically. I'll help you with this. Energetically turning your back on what could have been, should have been, and becoming more emotionally and mentally and spiritually fulfilled. And giving you energy is being free of what could have, should have been, or what could have, should have worked out. So if you're at a party and people spill their wine, you just simply go refill their wine or refill their drink if they spill their drink. This is the time where you're getting your cup, your emotional, mental, physical, spiritual energy cup refilled, and not even give it a second thought about the drink that was wasted. you're not even giving it a second thought. It's like these people that have passed in your family, they're telling me to tell you, it's like if you have a party, you don't expect everyone to stay in the same room all together. It's a party. You allow people to be in other rooms, go into the kitchen, the living room, you know, throw their coat in the bedroom. You know that they're there. This is a comfort for you. It's like Lana, the story that I told earlier in the program, where the music box came on. That was in the bottom drawer that hadn't come on in years. Harley was there for Lana. There are things and people that will let you know that they're there. They're at the party, they're just in another room. Okay? Are you willing to think about it like that? And then everything comes together for you. And then you really begin to have a good time and be free of worrying about other people having a good time. Or if they've already left, or if they're arriving late, let it go. Listen to that Frozen movie, right? Let it go. That song, I love that. This is about you letting it go, especially this time of year when emotions can be very, very high and people get caught up in a construct of what Christmas is or what holidays are, what they should be, how they should be. It becomes very heavy. This guy isn't even looking at the spilled cups. He's not even looking at the cups at all. This is looking beyond. Okay.
Diane, your sister.
Okay, my dear Diney, here we go. Thank you, Melinda, for actually spirit spot on. Okay, Diane, this is family coming together. This is things working out. This is home, happy family, happy, joyous. Things that worked out the way they have been supposed to work out. So this is great joy, great fulfillment, ease. Anywhere where you're trying to push something, are you willing to let go of that? Or anywhere you're trying to pull something, stop. Stop pushing, stop pulling. So this kind of piggybacks on Lindsay's, where you create the space and allow the universe to create it for you, or to help you create it. Okay, who's next?
Great, it's Marilyn Pitts.
Hey, Marilyn. The Nine of Pentacles. Pentacles is money, Marilyn. So thank you for being here. I love this card for all of us. This is not just about money, but it's about abundance. Like, what are we abundant in? What do we have? Look at all the blessings that we have. And when you look at that, it's increased. This is this vine. Like when you look at this beautiful girl in this blue, and you look at this vine, it's climbing, it's growing. And there's this, oh, what do you call this? That goes in the garden. But anyway, the vine climbs on that. And you can see that it's continuing to climb on that. This is an increase for you. It's an increase for all of us, but not just in, it's a higher view of all situations. As you climb this trellis, that's the word. You climb the trellis, you get a higher view of the entire garden. And it's a higher view of things and people and what they're going through. Some people need to thrash. Allow them to thrash. Allow them to thrash. They need to thrash for whatever reason. This is you continuing to grow, but increasing in money, in divine in divine intuition. So, are Abby and Marilyn on?
Not that I can see.
Okay, so I have to tell you all this story about Abby. Oh, Lana, it was kind of like your story, but so Abby texted me the other day. She had driven up to see her daughter. And so after the car ride, she's sitting on her daughter's couch. And she says to the daughter, how do you turn this couch off? The daughter goes, what do you mean, Mom? What do you mean turn it off? She goes, well, it's vibrating. It's one of those vibrating couches, right? And the daughter goes, no, it's not a vibrating couch. Abby says, well, why am I vibrating? And the daughter touches her and she's vibrating. That is, Marilyn, I'm telling you that story. I'm telling you all that story because these downloads come, like with Lana, these awarenesses come in different ways and different forms on how we relate to them. This is Abby, an example of Abby upgrading. Like some people will hear high pitches. Some people will get dizzy. Abby was literally vibrating. And it was like a psychosomatic physical aspect of her leveling up. So that's what I'm talking about, Marilyn, is this abundance in spirituality, like the Shambhala, right? It's like connecting to this Shambhala, this higher spiritual awareness. Okay.
We've got Jared and Kat.
Wait a minute. Marilyn woke up at 4 p.m. as well. So Mindy, Marilyn, Lana, or 4 a.m. Can you look up 4 a.m.? That's okay. That's way too synchronistic, all of you. There's 3 people on the show, Lana, Marilyn, and Melinda, that woke up at 4 a.m. Yeah, that's too unusual. But we'll get back to that in a minute.
It says it can have 4 different meanings, or it can have different meanings, including a reminder that something's missing in your life, a way for your spirit guide or guardian angel to remind you of your purpose.
So it's a guardian angel waking you up to remind you of your purpose, is what Kenan said.
It's an excellent time for meditation, prayer, and reflection.
It's an excellent time for prayer, meditation, reflection.
It's a symbol of a state of alertness and being ready for what's ahead. And being prepared
It's a symbol of being alert and ready for what's coming ahead.
And being prepared to face anything that lies ahead with faith and courage.
And be able to face anything with faith and courage as to what lies ahead in a good way. Okay? Wow, that's really phenomenal. Okay, who's next?
You've got Jared and Kat.
Jared and Kat. Okay.
Also, let's know they missed this card.
So this is the strength card, Jared. So it's asking you to look at you're safe and okay to look at your fears now. So, Jared, universe, show me now what I was previously unwilling to face, because you have the strength and you have the wisdom and you have the understanding. And are you willing to let go and release the need for other people to understand you? The important thing is for you to understand you. And you have the strength to do that. And so it's okay for you to look at your fears, because looking at them, so this is like Kali, the goddess Kali in Hinduism. It's a metaphor of when she appears to you, she appears as this ferocious beast. If you run from her, she'll devour you. If you face her, she turns into this goddess and blesses you with all of your heart's desires. This is you looking at your fears and facing them. And be free of dwelling on them. Because when you dwell on the fears, you can create them. Or if you worry about something working out or something not working out, you're feeding the fear wolf. Okay, and then we've got Cat. All right, Cat. Downtime. Are you taking just even a few minutes every day? Do you value yourself enough to take more time for yourself during the day, during the week, time just for Cat, even if it's just a few minutes? You can even set your alarm on your cell phone to set it and just call it Cat time. Cat nap. Okay? Because in this downtime, the Hierophant is the knower. In this downtime is where you get downloaded and your thinking clears. So think of it like I don't know, a glass of water with mud in it. If you're continually moving and shaking it, it's going to appear cloudy. But if you let it rest or settle, then you can get a clearer picture. Okay? That's one of the main things here. So this is where the Hierophant comes in for you. Trust. Okay?
You can do Austin next if you want.
Okay. All right, Austin. Two of Pentacles. This is taking not the Ten of Pentacles. This is taking two of the 10 Pentacles, or taking some of your money, a portion of a percentage of it, investing it. It's a new it's a new, it's like a new technology that's coming through that you want to invest in. And you don't have to take, you don't, it's 2 pentacles. Okay, it's not all of your pentacles. Don't invest all of your pentacles in it. Pentacles is money or dollars or, and then, hey, and then let us know about it, okay? Because we could invest 2 of our pentacles in it. But this is like your investment's paying off. And it's not just material, it's emotional, spiritual, mental. It's the investments that you've made, not just money-wise, but spiritually, mentally paying off for you. Yeah, but I get it's in the tech field. Okay.
Can you Tiffany Andy is on Facebook?
Who?
Tiffany Andy Lundin.
Tiffany Ann?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Tiffany Ann. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Tiffany Andy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tiffany
Lundin.
Ann. Okay. All right, Tiff. This is the Ace of Cups. Oh my God, what a beautiful card. Not just for yourself, but thank you for being here because it came up for you, but it really relates to all of us. When you look at this card, it is just breathtaking. It is the Ace of Cups. It is the fulfillment and understanding of life, but it is the cycle of life and understanding the cycle of life, but emotionally being fulfilled. And plan a picnic. I don't know why your daughter's talking about a picnic, but plan a picnic. Get out. Like, for those of you that live here in Arizona, you know, like the Salt River, it's about just getting out, being out in nature. Go somewhere beautiful. She's talking about the importance of this picnic because she was like a picnic girl. She was just very natural and very, she's around you so much. But this is the joy of life. She symbolized the joy of life, and she's giving that to you. Now I will talk about this like what I with Lindsay, where you have this party. Life is a party. All these guests, all these people are around you, but they could be in the other room. Just because they don't have their attention on you doesn't mean they're not enjoying the party or that you need to take care of them. In fact, it's okay for people to take care of you. And so this is about allowing that abundance, allowing your cup to be filled. Right? Allowing the waiter to come, your beer is half empty. Oh, let me refill that. This is the universe coming and refilling your cup being filled, and within the next month, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, everywhere, it's more and more fulfilled. I love this, and thank you. And I'm going to bless everyone on the show with this. This is such an incredible card. I love this card. Okay.
Lana's last night.
Okay, Lanny. I don't know if you were on the show earlier, but I told your story about Harley in the music box. What an incredible, inspirational piece. And then what's interesting, Lana, is if you saw, there were 4 people on the show that woke up at 4 a.m. as well. So. All right. I know this is obscure. but there's something with RCA records. Do you still have your records, like the 45s or the 33 and a third, the albums? There's something, so music is a certain frequency, and music is going to be very healing for you. There are certain, I don't know if there's records that you still have, but Harley's talking very definitely about music, records, and playing music and dancing. Move it. You've got to move it, girl. You've got to move it. This is called the World card, but I actually see a record player with this. And it'll help. You're opening up to whole new worlds. There's something happening with, like what happened last night at 4 a.m. with the music box going off, and then your phone alarm going off. So if you have some of them, do you have a record player? Put some music on tonight with the record player, but see if they're RCA records. Why is there RCA? What is RCA? There's something with RCA.
It's a record label.
It's a record label.
Yeah.
I know it's a record label, but that's why I'm seeing RCA. But it's playing music that lights you up and then moving to it, dancing to it.
There's a new person that just appeared.
So I definitely do that. Harley is there. And I don't know if you used to play records together. There's something, why, I don't know why he's talking about the records. But do that and keep in touch. I'll call you tomorrow or next day. Okay, Christina, thank you so much for being here. Everybody welcome Christina. She's new to the show. What we do, Christine, is I shuffle through the deck and I let your guides pick the highest appropriate card for you and have a message for you. It's the Chariot card. So this is about moving. It's important for you to move out of the energy that you've been around or been in. You've done all you can to help the people that you've been trying to help and not really getting much in return because they just absolutely don't even have the capacity to really even help themselves, let alone help you. This is you. You're going to be fine. Even if you're on your own, you'll be much better off. This is moving out of lower vibration into a much higher vibration. It's already happening. And letting the people that need to drop off. They need to get their own learning. You can't hammer anything into them. You can't make them learn a lesson. It may take a few lifetimes for them to get the lesson. So be it. This is you taking care of you. This is divine, the divine chariot. This is the divine moving in to help you move forward. This is about you moving forward. It's happening. It's already happening. Allow it to happen. Free of the need to take anybody with you. If they want to come, great. But don't push or pull. Okay.
Lauren Grillo's been on the show before.
Okay.
Christina wanted to know if she can ask a specific question about something we heard this morning.
Sure. Go ahead. Do you want to ask a question, Christina? Absolutely. And then while we're doing that, I'll pull a card for Lauren. Thanks for coming back, Lauren. So, Lauren, put a bowl of salt under your bed. This is the moon card. You're very psychic. You're very sensitive. You're picking up what other people are laying down. That's not good for you. And anywhere where someone has passed that may be around you, it's time for them to move on. Let them move on. Tell them to move on. They cannot and should not feed off of any of your energy anymore. Your energy is your energy. And this is you moving into a higher, again, this is very much like Christina. So yeah, this is you moving on. And the thing is it's not, remove yourself from the idea of spiritual warfare and just call it spiritual. It's not even war. It's like, because it has kept you caught. And this is letting go of all of that no longer serves you. Put a bowl of salt under your bed. That keeps lower vibrations away. It's really not about spiritual warfare. It's just about you moving up out of the warfare neighborhood. Does that make sense? Okay. And then Christina says, I opened a box. It was for my aunt. And it was called Yellow Brick Road. So, Yellow Brick Road, it's like moving on. I love that idea. It has to do with your card, Christina, really, about the Chariot card. Where the dogs of society howl. Yeah, it's just breaking away. Like your aunt is really kind of looking out after you. Like, move on. Move on, absolutely. Oh, yeah, so it's about moving on. Yeah, girl, you got it. You're awesome. All right, we have everybody?
That's everyone.
All right, we're going to do this again Sunday night, Monday night, Wednesday night. Love you all, and we will talk to you soon.